college and away, and I took off immediately.
Okay. So you're saying you didn't get to start traveling until after the kids were gone.
Oh, right, because I had the kids and I had mother and daddy to take care of.
Where were some of the places that you got to go? Like, where were your favorite places to travel to?
Oh, that's difficult, very difficult. Holland, I guess, is still my favorite. It's enjoyable just traveling. It's different culture, different people.
Yeah. What did you ever get over to like, was it Europe that y'all mainly went to, or did y'all go to Japan or China?
Oh, I've been to Hong Kong, been to Japan, Brazil.
So everywhere pretty much but Africa, right?
That's right. I never went. Bobby always wanted. I didn't really care about it.
You weren't a safari person?
Yeah.
You don't want to go?
No, I wasn't too hot on that. Of course, if he had wanted to go, I would have gone. Probably enjoyed it.
And how long were you and Pappaw married?
56 years.
When was y'all's anniversary?
June the 15th.
June the 15th? Where'd y'all get married at?
Duckbury Presbyterian little church out there.
And that's where Pappaw's buried now, right?
Right.
How many people were at your wedding? Do you remember?
The church was full, I couldn't tell you. And then there's some over in the Sunday school place. I don't know. It's full, and that's not saying much. It's not a big church.
It's pretty though.
Yeah.
It's a pretty church. We had one of Pappaw's services there. What kind of job did Pappaw have?
When we first got married, I think he was at that time in the yard department. That meant I don't know what that meant. Doing anything.
A janitorial type.
And then he went to the power plant. Worked up, well, he stayed in power.
Where did he go to college?
Rice, but he didn't finish.
How long?
He quit, came home to join the army, and thought he had it made, and when he went to go in, they wouldn't take him on account of his feet.
What was wrong with his feet?
Well, they thought with his ankles that he wouldn't be able to walk. Well, that didn't happen. He sure walked anywhere and everywhere, but anyway, they didn't take him in the service. He was disappointed. But that's when he went to work for Dow then, real young.
And then, how did he end up going up the ladder at Dow? Didn't he take the test to be an engineer? Or?
Yeah, he took every test that came along, and you had a smart Pappaw, I'll tell you that. Made really good on everything.
And he ended up, when he retired, he was what was his title? Do you know?
Assistant Superintendent of the Power Plant.
Assistant Super, and he was also an international power plant consultant, wasn't he?
Yeah, power, what do they call him, power engineer. International, that's right.
Which meant he went all over the place once they were opening, or?
Wherever Dow had a plant, he went there at one time or other to see about the power plants. That power plants were always the first thing, to come up when they started the plant. That meant Brazil and everywhere I can think of. Power plant was first.
And what kind of jobs did you have when you were younger?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Or just you mean at Dow? I worked in what's called production control. That was about shipping. Then I worked in traffic, which was also about shipping. And I worked in industrial medicine. That was very interesting, really interesting job.
And then, didn't you work at a boutique here in town?
Yeah. I call that play. Bobby called it play.
Working at one of your favorite places?
Yeah, always owed. Excuse me, owed more than I made. Goodness.
All right.
I think so.
Now tell us, what was Aunt Carol like when she was a kid?
She could take care of herself, put it that way. I had a neighbor that was forever calling me, "Those boys are picking on Carol." I said, just wait. Leave it alone.
She'll be fine.
She took care of herself, which she learned to with those, brothers. She learned right off.
Well, she had 2 older brothers and 2 younger brothers, didn't
Right,
she?
so she had to learn to at least take care of herself pretty well.
I always say out of all the 5, she's the only one I probably wouldn't want to mess with.
Yeah, that's right.
And what about Daddy? What was he like when he was little?
Really what?
How was Daddy, my dad, when he was little?
Oh, he was such a calm and good boy. Always.
Patient like he is now?
Right, yeah. He just came here that way.
So he's a lot like Stevie.
He's what?
A lot like Stephanie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got that from the Papa, I guess.
I didn't get it from him, I know that much. And what about Uncle Matt?
Well, he was just into everything came along. Of course, when the boys were already playing ball, and he'd go out. And, I don't know, just a busy boy.
Yeah. What about Uncle Robert? What was he like as a kid?
He also was into everything came along. He played ball and everything. He was interesting.
And we already talked about Stevie. He was just into sports, and didn't he have friends everywhere?
Oh yeah, Steve was really had made friends easier than the others, I would say.
And he always had girlfriends.
That's the way I want to put it. I mean, he could get by with everything. When we lived with at Mammaw's, and my mother and dad were there, and Robert was always in trouble. And boy, no, Stevie didn't ever do anything wrong, according to them. He was just that way.
Had a silver tongue and golden gloves, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And what kind of mom were you? Do you know? Were you the disciplinarian, or?
Yeah, of course. You know Papa. Yes, I was.
What kind of trouble did they get into?
Do what?
What kind of trouble did the kids get into?
Anything and everything you can think of. The only grandchild I ever spanked was Tyler.
Well, and tell us a story about Tyler when you tried to take him into the J.C. Penney's, or when they had the belts.
Oh yeah, that's what we'd been in one in a store where they sold boots and stuff, and they had belts, and I picked one up, carried it around with me, and when we then went to the grocery store, as soon as we started in the door, he said, "Do they have belts in here?" I said, "I bet I'd find one."
What about Shay? Do you remember the story about Shay and the cat?
Oh, yeah, I just know that when I opened the garage door and the cat was laid out flat, and she just looked up and said, "I didn't throw that cat." I hadn't even thought about that.
So she killed the cat.
She just threw it and it was having spasms on the ground.
I didn't throw that cat. Can't give it away.
Yeah, Shay. I guess Shay wasn't much of a liar even then,
No.
huh?
No.
Still isn't, huh? And then, what about when y'all moved to San Antonio? Why'd y'all move down to San Antonio?
Well, we moved to help take care of Leah. That was the main purpose, where Becky could work,
Mm-hmm. And y'all?
Pretty interesting. That bus driver says, "Boy, if he ever went past our court and didn't turn in, she threw one fit. Wanted to go to Papa's house."
Well, I'm sure Papa didn't spoil her either.
Oh, he did. But he taught her a lot. She could use a computer, type, or, well, he taught her a lot of things.
Yeah. I know I can remember him trying to teach me algebra when I was like 6.
Yeah.
I still don't know how to do algebra.
I don't either, honey.
But he's patient enough to try, I guess.
He doesn't understand that.
Neither can my dad. No, probably, and Carol can't either. Just don't understand how people aren't mathematically minded.
Got it from your Mammaw.
I need a calculator to add 2 plus 2. I'm terrible.
Me too.
And what were some of your favorite hobbies when you were younger and now?
Now I don't believe I have any.
Dancing.
I don't think we had too much hobbies growing up. I like to go dancing and swimming, most anything, but dancing would be my favorite.
Didn't you teach dance? Didn't you teach dance?
Yeah, I taught dancing at Arthur Murray's for a very short time.
I didn't know that.
Before I moved to Freeport, I was living in Houston and divorced, and anyway, yeah, I taught dancing at Arthur Murray's.
So Papa wasn't your first husband?
No, that was in Houston. But I met Papa at a dance hall. But with Mamie and Tom over to one, and he was there. Ended up taking me home.
What kind of car did he drive you home in? Do you remember?
I can't remember. I don't know why I thought that the other day. But I can't remember.
What year? Do you know what year it was? What year were y'all married? 41?
46.
46?
How long were y'all together?
Carol was born in 46.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what Bobby said. He used to always say and make me mad. I can't remember if we got married in 41 or Carol was born 46. Oh, shoot.
What was your question, Taylor?
I can't remember now. Sorry.
And where did you live when he took you home?
Out at Mamie's with Mamie.
Oh yeah. How long did y'all like date before y'all got married?
Well, quite a few months. I'm trying to think back. November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, 8 months. No, I think it was 9 months actually. I can't remember for sure.
Long enough.
Yeah. Well, you betcha. I wasn't gonna trust any man, I guarantee you. No. I wanted to be sure. I should have been sure right away, but I was still.
Well, didn't somebody want you to meet the best man he ever knew, or?
Yeah, that was some friend at that first time I ever met Bobby, and this guy that I'd known forever, and of course Bobby had too, but he came over and told me, that's the best girl I ever knew and the best boy I ever knew, and he'll take care of you. And I said, yeah. I didn't figure I needed taken care of,
Who needed taken care of, right?
It ended up that way.
And he took care of you for 56 years, huh?
Absolutely.
My goodness. And what street was it here in Lake Jackson that y'all lived off of?
Off of Centerway, and it's Lantana Court.
Lantana Court. That was y'all's first house here in Lake Jackson?
Right.
You know, I live over there now, off of Centerway, on Chestnut Street.
Yeah, then yeah.
It's close to Pine.
Pine
Yeah.
Street. Yeah, right in the curve of Pine.
I took Matt over there. I don't know, for some reason the house looks smaller now than I guess it used to when I was little, you know.
It used to look so big.
With the 5 kids in it, you know.
Yeah.
Probably didn't seem as big as.
Yeah, well, you don't get inside, the upstairs, and
It was a nice size house.
2 big, huge rooms upstairs.
Yeah. I liked the one that had the bench thing across by the window, or I don't know if it was a bench or a desk still.
Then built-in desk
Yeah.
there.
That was fun. We went in there and painted it a couple of years ago, right before it was sold. And Dad took that door that y'all had in the that from the fancy living room that we were never allowed in, that we would just go in when y'all weren't looking. With the nice furniture.
Oh.
And the two rams
I didn't know
on the piece of wood.
I didn't know I was that particular with it.
Well, I don't know if you were that particular or my parents just knew what we'd do if we got in there.
Yeah.
Well, it was like one of the only times I got spanked really hard was my parents told us not to jump on the bed at Granddaddy's house, and as soon as they left the room we started jumping on the bed and broke a mirror.
Oh, Lord.
And then my granddaddy said, "Oh, I'm sorry, that was already broken." That was nice. So, and how long did you live down in, how long have you lived down here in like Jackson before you moved to San Antonio? Do you know?
No. All the time we were married, however long that had been from.
So from the time y'all were married to the time y'all moved to San Antonio, y'all lived in like Jackson?
About 50 years probably,
yeah.
right?
We married in 46. Now I'm doing Daddy's thing. Either Carol was born in 46 or we married.
I think y'all were married in 41 or 42. What was it on? I remember I said it yesterday or Friday when we were out at the thing because it had it in those two rings.
Yeah, I don't remember.
June 15, 41, I want to say.
I don't know.
Yeah.
How old were you whenever you got married?
What?
How old were you when you got married?
I was 26, I think.
And you had the two kids, Robert and...
Yeah, I had them already.
And then Papa, did he adopt them or...
Yeah, he did. Pretty early on after we were married. He decided he wanted them to have, same name, not go to school and have a different name. So he adopted them pretty early on in our marriage.
Was he always their coach and everything too, or?
Yeah.
Because he was always really involved in all their sports, wasn't he?
He certainly was. He even got down to boxing, teaching Steve boxing, and he never boxed in his life.
He watched it a lot, though.
He was a good teacher.
And wasn't Papa really into photography and?
Oh yeah.
What were some of the things that he got himself into? Like I think didn't he sew at one point in time and?
He could do anything. What was that about sewing when he went down? Several times it showed he went to buy some material to make Carol a dress, which he did. Designed it and made it. Cute little gourd dress. I don't know what else. But the biggest thing, he went down to told him he wanted some terry cloth, and that's what he was going to do, is make Steve a robe for boxing, because you had to have bigger sleeves where you get the gloves in. And he embroidered them. He told the ladies what he was going to do, and they said they wanted to see it because he put on it Explorer Post number so and so. I don't remember what all. Made it and embroidered on it. I thought he could do anything.
And he could also blow glass and.
Yeah.
He had his own dark room, didn't he?
He did. That was interesting.
That's a lot of stuff. I can't do one of those things. I can't even sew.
I couldn't either.
I know we have the picture of Carol in the dress that he made.
Oh yeah.
There's a picture of her really young, and it's on his video from the funeral, and that's the dress he made for her.
Yeah.
It was cute. The little plaid one, right? Wasn't it plaid, I think?
With flared gores. I tell you, he could do anything he set his mind to.
And was Carol a real big daddy's girl because she was the only one?
Yeah, pretty much.
And now she seems to be a mama's girl too, huh? Takes care of mom.
Yeah, that's true. Bobby did enlarge these pictures that are up here. Took them and enlarged them.
And this is the Taj Mahal.
Yeah. And
Apparently
Castle
not.
in Germany, Neuschwanstein.
And you've been to these places?
Oh yeah, many times. Well, not to the Taj Mahal, but once, but in
Pretty.
Germany a lot.
You went to the Taj Mahal once?
Uh-huh.
Oh, where's that one picture of you? Like in front of it.
I think it's in there.
The sexy picture where you're the silhouette?
Oh no,
No.
no. Where is that picture?
I think it might be in here. I'll go check it out. I'm going to do a walk around the apartment just to show off some of your stuff.
Oh yeah.
Your spoons.
The silhouette of you in the, like it's like
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I'm going to do a walk around, but, well, Mammaw, do you have anything that you want to say to Savannah or Callum? And any of maybe the future ones that are coming up?
I can't tell too much. They had an awful good granddaddy and we had a good life together. Raising those kids.
And we speaking as a granddaughter, we got really lucky.
What year was this?
There's inside the Taj Mahal, or in
Is this
front
in
of
the
the
60s?
No, you know what I'm thinking of, the one where you're sitting. You know which one I'm talking about? You're sitting on something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
Oh
about?
yeah, that is.
And then there's another one where she has on some glasses and like a scarf on her
Oh,
head.
You're wearing that pretty dress
The
too.
Isle of Kirk.
Mhm.
Oh, that dress was in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
That was a Chinese.
I've tried that dress on before. Many years ago when I was many
I
pounds
whatever happened to
smaller.
What dress?
It was I guess a Chinese
silk and a
Gorgeous.
Chinese.
Oh yeah.
gorgeous dress. So, and any advice about love that you want to give the grandkids?
Oh, I'm not. No. Pick a good man and there you go.
Pick a good man and make sure he picks a good woman, huh?
All right.
Listen if somebody tells you they're the best man they ever knew, right?
Yeah, right.
Alright, well I'm gonna go. It's been 25 minutes. If I know kids, they're not gonna be able to last this long, but so we love you very much.
Love you too.
Thank you for the interview.
You're welcome.
Well, let me just figure out how to turn this off now.